Oh, gosh. Sorry, YouTube. That was not a white supremacist signal that I just did. I was just saying, this is okay. Okay, right. That's not. I'm a black man. I don't care. I don't, do that white supremacy thing. All right, and the next story I did. We'll do the homeless one later because now I am out of time for that one. So I do want to see if anything interesting is trending on Twitter. We're not going to get into it too deep today. Or wait, maybe not. In fact, better yet. Where's that article real quick? Oh, it's a video. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that one tomorrow. So we're gonna go through this video that Kevin sent me tomorrow. Do not let me forget it, Kevin. I'll just put it in my list here. Let's see what else here. Oh, okay, just got some information there. All right, so going into Twitter trends, which I haven't done yet, but we're gonna see what's trending just real quick. I know that ad, that ad, Vox ad apocalypse yesterday. Pretty much spent the entire day at number 2, and I don't know if it's still trending even today. A little bit. Let's see. Now it was trending still. Nope, not in the list today. So anyway, number 1 trending today, as is very appropriate, the D-Day 75th anniversary. D-Day Memorial unveiled in Normandy. On the 75th anniversary of the D-Day Normandy landings, which killed thousands of soldiers, UK Prime Minister Theresa May and French President Emmanuel Macron joined veterans in northern France as a memorial to troops who died unveiled. Okay, that sentence didn't make sense, did it? Joined veterans in northern France as a memorial to troops who died was unveiled. They didn't. Okay. That sentence made no sense. They unveiled a new memorial. Let's put it that way. Okay. But everyone's talking about D-Day today. Watched by Normandy veterans and leaders, including Emmanuel Macron and Theresa May, a memorial to troops killed in northern France was unveiled. Okay, there we go. So here's the footage of that from Sky News. How long is this? This is 1:52. We can watch this. So while you're watching this, if you ever get a chance, if some of you may have already done this, if you happen to get yourselves to New Orleans someday, the National World War II Museum, which is a project that Tom Hanks put together, the National World War II Museum, give yourself at least one full day, maybe even 2. We were there for we went there on the first day, about halfway during its opening hours, spent the rest of that day there, and then went there and spent about 9 hours the next day. It's a fascinating museum of the history of World War II.
Rather wonderful, wasn't it? A lone piper from the 19th Regiment Royal Artillery, the Scottish Gunners, Pipe Major Trevor Macy Lilly. I believe he's going to have a shot of whiskey now, and well deserved as well. We'll be speaking to him a little bit later on.
All right,
here
so
on Sunrise.
yeah, lots of people commemorating D-Day, the Hill. French President Macron, we know what we owe to veterans, our freedom. On behalf of my nation, I just want to say thank you. Lots of people talking about D-Day today. Go into a D-Day thread today, and I would pass up anything that's propagandish and just read the ones that actually have information. That invasion is just, especially when we went to the World War II Museum last year, we spent so much time in that part of the exhibit because it's just a fascinating all the things they did to make that successful, from having a fake place where they had a place where they had all these basically blow up tanks, like fake tanks. They had a whole fake invasion set up at another different place, so that when the Germans flew over, reconnaissance, they thought the invasion was coming from a different place, so they moved a bunch of their troops that way, and just the numbers of people on the 4 beaches where they landed, and it's just such an amazing account. So lots of things going on for D-Day. Oh great, Nancy Pelosi was there, good for her. So yeah, there's all sorts of people just celebrate. That was the major turning point of the war. It wasn't the end of the war, but man, that day was the day that'll live in infamy. So that appropriately, that should be trending number 1 all day in some form or another. It's an important day for the entire world. Trending number 2, Normandy, along with D-Day. Number 3, Pit Mad. I have no idea what that is. I hope it has. Let's see. It's been 11 years since our last kid. His wheelchair new. His smirk the same. Her heart still melts. What is Pit? What does that mean? They uncover the truth about the night he was paralyzed by his father's hands. Dark secret threatens to douse their rekindled flame. Pit Mad. Is that some movie or something? What is that from? What is Pit Mad from? Is that from a... I have no idea. Lots of people... Oh, is this the thing where they do different pitches of stories for something? I don't know. Okay, yeah, they people making. Okay, they do silly pitches for different stories. Number 4 is trending as Thursday motivation. Top of the list is from Colonel Alan West. God bless those incredible men like my dad, Army Corporal Herman West Sr., who were part of our greatest generation, the men of D-Day. Okay, that's a good motivation of the day. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to move on. I'm going to stay away from those. Sergeant is number 5. Josh Sargent wasn't brought to the Utah World Cup. Oh, okay, that's something about soccer. Whatever. Don't care. Moving that, Omaha Beach is one of the beaches that they landed on D-Day. The Americans landed on Omaha Beach. Veterans, let's see. D-Day veterans share their story 75 years later. 2 veterans recount their experience at Omaha Beach when Allied forces invaded Germany, occupied France. Like I said, I'm not going to read these today, but I would strongly suggest if you see articles like this, just take a gander. I'm going to read these for myself this afternoon. Rather than taking time here, but again, enjoy the stories. I mean, it was an amazing undertaking, by the Allied troops, and it really did. Like I said, it was the turning point of the war by far. It was a very bold undertaking. After you reach a certain age is the next one. After a certain age, you have to laugh about everything. Did you see this gif? That's kind of funny. The garbage can not doing its job. It's because they have it on backwards. No, he had it on right. Why did that happen? Well, have you ever had that happen to you? After you reach a certain age, you realize it's better to hang out on Twitter than at a bar. Hell yes. You get the same crazy interactions without the big bill. Yeah, because, I can drink and do Twitter at home. After you get a certain age, most people suck and pets rule. I like people still. After you reach a certain age, going out 2 nights in a row feels almost like a suicide attempt. Yeah, now I can relate to that, man. When I was young, I could go out drinking 4 nights a week. But now, I might have 1 beer a month. Well, unless it's like a special occasion, whatever. After you reach a certain age, you realize the energy you put into your teens was a waste of time. Hey, I want to share with you all the first time I ever drank alcohol. I was against drinking because my mother hated it. I told Nigel Sanders I didn't want to drink, and he beat me. What? Okay, what? Okay, I don't know what that means. Anyway, that's a funny hashtag of the day. Let's go on. West Point trending. Oh, man, that's not good. At West Point, a cadet was killed and 22 others were injured following a military vehicle accident at a training site in New York. U.S. Military Academy officials confirmed. Oh, that's not good. Apparently, an armored personnel carrier overturned during a training exercise on Thursday at West Point. Officials are still determining the cause of the incident. So that's sad. People are going to be talking about that today. They're showing footage. It's a developing story, so we'll probably hear more about that today. I don't have details, so I'm going to move on. That's sad, though. Let's see. Next, after that, World War II's trending. D-Day's trending. Teleprompter, probably. Let me guess. Teleprompter. Something about Trump. It's got to be. It's got to be something about Trump. Teleprompter. Is it because he... Okay. Joe Scarborough says POTUS speech at Normandy is the strongest of his presidency, with words of strong support for the Allies. Well, that's kind. I'm shocked that Joe Scarborough said something nice about the president. I hope he means it. It was a snarky way to finish it, but whatever. Hey, of course, this is the first answer to Joe Scarborough is, hey, morning Joe, if you read Lincoln's Gettysburg Address on air, I hope you mean it. Oh, good God. Just people can't, you know what? People can't just allow Trump to do something good. Okay? If Trump cured cancer tomorrow by himself, there would be people complaining that he put oncologists out of work. I swear to God, he cannot even. Now, I wasn't a fan of Trump but come on. If he does something good, acknowledge it. You don't have to even support him. You could, like when he did the prison reform stuff, there are people who just refuse to acknowledge the good. Now, people like Van Jones, I have to get my hats off to him. He said, you know what? I don't support this president. I don't even like this president. But the president is willing to do something that I am a strong advocate for. And you know what? I am going to put my own thoughts of him aside and go work with him because he wants to do something for people that I want to do something for. And so Van Jones, who is a direct opposite of Donald Trump politically, gives the president credit for the work they did together. If he does something right, I don't care if you like him. It's okay to give him credit and then still disagree with him on other things. Okay? But everyone's so hung up. You know what? From the day one, because I'm sorry, he beat the wrong person for president. But hey, that's not his fault. Is it Donald Trump's fault that Hillary Clinton lost to the second worst presidential candidate in history? If you know who number one is, put it in the chat. So, George Conway. Occasionally, he'll read lovely words off a teleprompter that someone else wrote, but he doesn't understand. And then within days, he'll say something that will remind us he was just reading words off a teleprompter. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm sure they're putting teleprompter that way because apparently maybe Trump wrote it that way sometime in a tweet. Is my phone broken or am I actually listening to broadcasters speculating about whether Trump's delivery today of words on a teleprompter marks a turning point in his presidency, suggesting he might now become a decent human being and a dignified president? Stop it, you fools. Hey, I got an idea, John Zoll, or whatever your name is. How about you fuck right off? Let's have an FTG for John Zoll for being a dickhead. And George Conway. I need 2 FTGs from those of you who are left here today. Please, 2 FTGs. What else? Yeah, the most tragic thing, Trump reading from a teleprompter. He has no idea of the history. How do you know he has no idea of the history? Bitch, please. You don't know shit of what Trump knows. Okay? How do you know that Trump isn't an expert on D-Day? How do you know that's not one of his famous hobbies is to know what happened on D-Day? I doubt if it is, but what if it was? What if that's his avocation? You know, so people just, yeah, you know what? The funny thing is, you're giving Trump trouble about reading a speech off a teleprompter just because Obama was really good at reading speeches off a teleprompter. Have you ever seen Barack Obama? Have you ever seen him try to speak extemporaneously? He can't put two words together. But he's beautiful off a teleprompter because he has one position there, and there, so it looks like he's looking around and giving this great, glorious speech. But then you see him look, he looks in the same four spots every time because he's reading off a teleprompter. And he had a good speech writer. Or speech writers. He didn't write his own speeches. Yeah, but have you ever seen Trump talk off the cuff? Like the news conference he did the other day? Unprepared, just coming out on his way to get on a helicopter to go to get on Air Force One. And he does an impromptu press conference, talks about several different subjects, all, it's as smooth as day. Never Now, I'm not knocking Obama because he reads off a teleprompter. But his beautiful, flowing, soaring speeches were all practiced and read off a teleprompter. So, what the hell does it matter if he read a speech off a teleprompter? Did he give a good speech on the 75th freaking anniversary of D-Day? As a president of the United States should, you jackholes. Good God, just give him credit for one thing. John James is trending number 11. John James is a gentleman of African descent, an American, who's a businessman and running again for Senate in the state of Michigan. A veteran and businessman announced his campaign for Senate in Michigan on Thursday, setting off a direct challenge for first-term Democratic Senator Gary Peters. So, John James, hey, guess what? Are all you woke people going to vote for the black man this time? I bet you're not. Good luck, John James. I've been following John James on Twitter for about 3 or 4 years now. He's a very impressive young man, and it would be great to see him make it to the Senate. Have a couple brothers in the Senate. I'm not because he's a brother, but because actually he's a very smart young man. That's all I care about. I could give a fuck about what he looks like as long as he's a good senator. World War II is trending. West Point ACC Challenge. I don't know. Oh, maybe they just announced the ACC Challenge is usually the basketball thing. Yeah, Michigan State will play Duke. Michigan plays Louisville. So they have a Big Ten ACC basketball challenge every year when they pit all the Big Ten schools against all the ACC schools. Teleprompter, John James. Marcode has to do with his speech in France. Jermaine Kearse is a wide receiver, probably going to a new team. He's going to sign with the Lions. The Lions signed him. He used to be with the Jets, apparently. So they signed Jermaine Kearse. Utah Beach is another D-Day. Operation Overlord also has to do with D-Day. Chara and Gerzelkic? That's got to be a Pokemon thing. Is it? Oh, no. Target on... What is... Oh, no, that's is that a hockey thing? I don't know. I don't care. We're gonna finish this up. And then Looker... The hell's Looker? That's the last one we're doing today. Google is buying data analysis startup Looker for $2.6 billion in cash? Holy shit! What the hell? What the hell is Looker? The Looker platform for data delivers insights to user world workflows, allowing organizations to extract value from data. Oh, so it's a way to figure out what the hell you're doing. Okay, so Google's buying that for $2.6 billion with a B. My goodness. Oh yeah, hockey players in the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh, is one? Oh, he's okay. Thank you, Shiagrath. That's who the hockey players who are trending right now. And I know I didn't put this back up here, but anyway, I gotta make this the end of my day. So I, just looking at some of my replies on Twitter. We'll get into them another day. But anyway, y'all, thank you for being here today on the Morning Night Live. Thanks for those of you who have hit the like button, came back after we went dead, and also just for being here on a daily basis. I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. GMT. For those who are in other parts of the world who know what the hell GMT is, Greenwich Mean Time. And just, you know what? I'm going to be here tomorrow. I'm still trying to get my guests to confirm that they're going to be here with me, but if they're not, I'm sure I can wing it all by myself. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for those of you who do super chats. That gives me great incentive to keep going. But even the fact that you just come here and join me on the daily also is great incentive. So thank you very much. I got to go. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the Dawg Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I am Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.